Okay, we're ready to go. Let's go.
Live from London and streamed around the world, it's time for Harold Sanditen's Open Mic Party. Please welcome your host, Harold Sanditen.
When you live with your lover for a long time, it's easy to forget to show you care. The seeds of love we planted, if we take them all for granted, might get frostbite and never reach the air. So I'm taking this moment to tell you all my feelings, the funny ways you always get to me, the silly things you say and do. No other man's a match for you. Only the truth can set you free. Listen, darling, how can I miss you when you never go away? It's hard to want you when you're here each day. It's true I love you, but I need some space. I'm begging you, darling, get out of my face. How can I miss you when you're always there? I'm sick of picking up your underwear. Your crap is piling up all over the place. I'm begging you, darling, get out of my face. Before we shared a bathroom, you were a god to me, a god to me. But since cohabitation and dodgy sanitation, you just look odd to me. How can I miss you when you're by my side? The love I had for you has slowly died. I've done your laundry and I've had your case. I'm begging you, darling, get out of my face. Before we shared a duvet, I loved you heart and soul. Heart and soul. Now your sofa occupation feels like an infestation. I'm calling pest control. How can I miss you when you're under my feet? I lost my hunger, now I see you eat. Your filthy habits are a total disgrace. I got a starting pistol, but this ain't no race. You got minus 15 seconds to get out of my face.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Wow, it's so lovely to see you. Thank you all for coming. It's really good to see you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Harold Sanditen. This show has been running virtually since April when we went into lockdown. We had a birthday party that needed to go ahead, and I heard about this thing called Zoom, so decided to do the show on once virtually, and somehow it snowballed into this amazing event that we have here. And I'm really, really pleased that it's going so well. Now, I know some of you have seen that video before. Normally I do a new video every time, but I decided to play that one again. One, because I'm a little bit lazy. It's getting tiring making a new video every 2 weeks. And two, because that video, as well as the song, were nominated for Broadway World Awards for Best Original Song and Best Video Made in Quarantine. And so, thank you. And so I'm kind of asking you, I'm going to put this information into the chat. and ask you if you wouldn't mind voting. Probably not now because it's a very long-winded process, but anyway, there's all in the chat. So I wouldn't mind. We were nominated for 6 awards, including Best Show, Best Producer, Best Host and MC, and Best Arrangement for Michael Ralston as well for a different song, The Stately Homes of England. So that's wonderful. I'm really excited about tonight's show. We have people joining us from Los Angeles to Brussels. And since we started the show, we have had participants from as far as Brisbane and as far as Los Angeles, the other direction. So we basically spanned the world. And we've hosted close to 250 people on this open mic, which is really just amazing. So now is the time that I tell you that these shows are free because we want everyone to be able to afford to do it. And I don't charge because I don't want to exclude anyone. But if you can afford it, these shows are not without cost. So it'd be great if you could donate a minimum of £3.50 or $5 per show. That would really help offset the costs. I think that is everything that I needed to tell you. So I am delighted to welcome our first singer, who is from Brighton, and she is the woman of 1,000 voices. She is also the star of BritBox's new Spitting Image. This is Jess Robinson.
Get this party started on a Saturday night. Everybody's waiting for me to arrive. I got lots of style, check my gold diamond rings. I can go for miles if you know what I mean. Like a cannon heat stuck in a moving car. Scary conversation, shut my eyes, can't find the break. Take a chance, cause you might grow. Oh, oh, oh. What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? My mama told me when I was young, we were all born superstars. She rolled my hair and put my lipstick on in the glass of her boudoir. I'm beautiful in my way, God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret, just love yourself and you said I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I traveled the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. It's Liza with a C, not Lisa with an S, cause Lisa with an S goes snuzz. It's Z instead of S, Lie instead of Lee. Simple as can be, see Liza! Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Valerie. Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. I'm out tonight, you know my hips don't lie. Feel it right, the attraction, attention. Don't you know, baby, this is perfection. Oh, 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 no, no. Baby, your love's got the best of me. Baby, you're making a fool of me. You got me sprung and I don't care who sees. Cause baby, you got me so crazy, baby. Whoa, whoa. You got me crazy. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Oh, 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 no, no. Oh, 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 no, no. Big wheel keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning. Rolling,
Superb.
Amazing.
Thank. Oh, there we go. He's got a chewy. The host unmuted me. Oh, hi, Harold. Wait, why can't I hear Harold? Wow.
Harold, you're muted.
Harold, you're muted.
Sorry, I muted myself so I didn't make noise during the video. Sorry about that. Who's the... Oh my God! There's John T.
Here's John T.
Santa Claus.
Here,
How you doing?
wait a minute. Here is Brian.
Oh my God, he's adorable. Oh, how sweet.
He's quite bitey though.
We don't want to do that. So listen, I got to ask you so many things. My God, you are Miss Busy. How can anyone be as busy as you are? I don't know how you can even cope. So let's start with Spitting Image. Oh my God. I mean, I cannot laugh. I mean, it's just hilarious. So tell me, how many voices do you do? It's crazy.
I think I'm doing the most voices. I think I'm the lead female impressionist. So I'm doing God, I haven't got my list with me.
You're doing vagina?
Vagina.
Gwyneth?
I'm doing Gwyneth Paltrow. Vagina.
Vagina.
Hi, Regina.
No, vagina.
Taylor Swift.
Melania?
Greta Thunberg, Melania Trump, although
Greta?
I will not be doing her so much no more. Greta Thunberg, I absolutely love her. Although she's quite similar to Bjork, but don't tell anyone. Who else? Adele. Oh my God, this is fucking brilliant. Lots and lots of people. It's so much fun.
Do you write any of your dialogue?
I improvise a bit when I've got the script, if they let me. But generally, I leave the writing to the professionals, and I just stick to doing the silly voices in my pajamas.
Well, it is just hilarious and so much fun. I just love it. And your podcast, I decided I had to binge listen because I had not listened to any of series 2. And there was I was going to do this without having heard any of it. So I started with the last, not the recent one, because I haven't heard it. The one that just came out yesterday or the day before.
Oh, yeah.
But the ones before, I started with the last one thinking, at least if I have that, at least I'll have a sense of what to talk about. It was so much fun. I started listening to them in reverse order.
Nice.
But I just love season 2. It's taken off. It flies.
It feels like it's found its feet now. I've put a sneaky link in the chat for anyone who's interested, by the way.
Oh, it's so much fun. And the reason I ask you if you wrote it is because one of the guys you had on who writes some of his dialogue, the one who does Boris.
Oh.
The Image.
For Spitting Image, that's Matt Ford. Yes, he writes all of the sketches, but I write all of the podcast. And it's really fun because most of you guys will know Michael Ralston, of course, who arranged that song that I just did. But he and Jonathan Kitching on the drums and my lovely bassist Rob Lamont, they've all got such lovely parts that they've sort of carved out. I really like to feature the band, and they're doing so much more than just playing on this podcast. They really got their funny roles.
Well, it's really taken off. I mean, it feels like it has a focus now.
Yeah.
Because it's got every one is another story of how you run into someone's home or farm or whatever. I mean, it's a different method of having a crash.
Absolutely. Always caused by me and always blamed on Michael.
Yeah. And Michael's always the fall guy, and he's the one who has to wag his finger at everybody. Yeah. No, I just love it. It is really so much fun. So much fun.
Thank you very, very much.
And so what else is going on in your world? You've got a new dog. You've got he's not so new husband anymore, but you've got a husband there.
My husband. Lockdown's been pretty punishing for John T, work-wise, but thankfully, because he built me a studio at the beginning of the first lockdown, it's kept me completely busy, which has been brilliant. So I've been doing voiceovers for CBBS and CBBC and some animations and just lots of silly things. And I can't tell you how lovely it is to be in your pajamas, or you don't know what I'm wearing. You don't know what I'm wearing on my legs, Harold. Am I wearing anything? Nobody
Probably
knows.
not. I know you.
The joys of Zoom. I love it.
I know. Same thing here. I haven't put anything on that's not elasticated since April.
Oh, tell me about it. It's awful. I have been drinking most of the alcohol in Brighton. I think they're definitely out of cheese now as well.
Well, that song was just amazing. I'm going to have to tell Michael what a wonderful arrangement it was.
Please do. Yeah. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to see you. Thanks for
Thank you
coming
for having
back.
me. And break a leg, everybody else. I'm going to put my video off now, but I will be watching and enjoying. And it's so lovely to see so many familiar faces. So
Lovely to see you. Thanks, Jess. Jess Robinson, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So it's now we're going to make our way to Las Vegas, Nevada, and welcome to the stage, or to the screen, Amanda King. What's going on? You need to start it from the beginning. From the beginning. Hit the back, set it there. Okay.
Until I first met you, I was lonesome. But then you came in sight, dear, my heart grew light, and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain, hoping to explain all the things that you do to me. By mere best to shame, please let me explain. By mere best to shame means that you're great. By mere best to shame, again I will explain. It means that my heart's at your. I'm swinging bella, 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 even saying by each language only helps me, baby, tell you how very grand you are. I try to explain by mere best to shame and say you understand.
What's going on?
Let me explain by mere best to shame means that you're grand. By mere you're the fairest in the land. Baby, tell you I'm very grand.
Okay, we have a bit of a problem. Let me see if I can do this another way. Hold on, everybody.
Well, Amanda, you looked good and sounded good, just not together.
Yeah, well, we're going to see if we can do this another direction.
Thank you. Sometimes it's better when I'm separated.
Yeah. Now, I'm not the best at sharing screens, but I'm going to try and share my screen here. So bear with me. Okay. Where am I here? Share screen. Okay, tell me if this is playing properly.
all the boys I've known, and I've known some.
Is that working?
Until I first met you,
Yes.
I was lonesome. But then you came in sight, dear, my heart grew light, and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain, hoping to explain all the things that you do to me. About me, best to shame. Please let me explain. About me, best to shame means that you're great. About me, best to shame. Again, I will explain. It means that my heart's at your command. I'm swinging bellow, 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 even studying the Bates language. Only helps me, baby, tell you how very great you are. I try to explain about me, Mr. Shane. So kiss me and say you understand. About me, Mr. Shane, baby, let me explain. About me, Mr. Shane, is that your grand? About me, Mr. Shane, 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 me, you're the fairest in the land. I could swing bellow, 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 even say from the Bates language. Only helps me, baby, tell you how very great, great you are. I've tried to explain about me, Mr. Shane. So kiss me and say understand. Ladies and gentlemen, the man playing on the keys is Mr. Dan Ellis, who plays for a host of celebrities here in Las Vegas, including Rich Little. I could say Bella, 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 even say from the Bates language only helps me, baby, tell you how very great, great you are. I've tried to explain about me and Mr. Shane. So kiss me and say you understand. Yes, kiss me and say you understand. Kiss me and say you understand. I'm in Mr. Shane.
Whoa! Done.
Brilliant.
Oh, sorry, this is going to take a little bit longer because I'm having to operate it. That was wonderful, Amanda. I'm sorry we started off so slow. It's going to take me just a minute, guys, if I'm going to run the show to get this done. So just bear with me.
Fine, he knows what he's doing.
Well, I'm trying to figure it all out. Okay, so I'm going to find Amanda here, and then we are going to... There you go. Are you there, Amanda? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Can you hear me?
There we go. Sorry about that. Wow, what a glitch we've got. But anyway, we'll make it work. How are you, sweetheart? Nice.
I'm wonderful.
To see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like that picture above your right shoulder.
Oh, this one?
No,
wait,
the other
I can't
shoulder.
point. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's me in my natural state.
So tell me, what is it you do by day? What were you saying that it is that you do?
I work for a sports organization, and so I work for the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So yeah, and
all right.
It's mixed martial arts, and so we're preparing for we're doing fights where we've been one of actually the only sports organization to continue having sporting events throughout COVID, pretty much. And we take serious safety precautions. Part of my job is on the COVID testing team. So, we take everyone's health very, very seriously, and we do multiple rounds of testing to make sure that our athletes are safe.
Well, that's good. Yeah. And you have a gig coming up, don't you?
I do. I have a Christmas special live stream coming up on December 18th.
So tell us a bit about it. What's going to be in it?
So it's called A Very Happy Merry Holiday with Amanda King and Friends. And it's a throwback to the old time Christmas specials of yesteryear. So think Dean Martin, Bing Crosby, Julie Andrews. I got started watching them during COVID. And I was like, you know what, we're going to need a little Christmas this year more than ever. And so I put this show together. My special guests include Janice Siegel from the Manhattan Transfer.
Wow, I love her.
Yeah, she's amazing. I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with her for a tribute to Ella Fitzgerald a few years ago, and she's just amazing. Also, Bucky Hurd from the Righteous Brothers. I've got Dennis. I just forgot his name because I'm crazy. Anyway, I've got a bunch of other special guests as well. So we're going to Dennis Blair. Dennis Blair is a wonderful comedian from back in the day, and Barbara Brighton. And then I've also got a tribute from the president. So it's the #1 Donald Trump impersonator in the world. And I mean, this guy is amazing. His name is John D. Domenico, and he's not only like the nicest guy in the world, but he is so great as Trump. If you've ever seen any of his videos, you just need to check him out. Like he's amazing. So
I look forward to that. I'm sure people have told you before how much you sound a bit like Ella.
People have said that. Yes. It's just
that was the first thing I thought.
Yeah, it's, I don't know if it's because I'm a big Black woman or also the clarity in my voice, that kind of thing. But I appreciate, well, thank you. I appreciate the acknowledgement. Of course, she's one of my mentors and heroes. And, but it's just, it's the way the music should be sung. Honestly, I'm kind of a purist in that way. I sing everything up to about 1955. And then after that, I'm like, what? There's music? No. So, but I love our, American popular music, which was the music of our time that, created, a generation and is lasting to today. And there's a reason that it's lasting because it's just simply phenomenal. And so, I didn't start singing until I could sing those songs the way I felt they should be sung. So I started very late in life. I've been singing less than 20 years professionally. So it's,
Well, I'm glad we met, and I'm really delighted that you joined us, and I'm glad we finally got the video playing in sync.
It's okay. Like I said, I'm better in slur.
You can try that out in the live show.
I don't think so. I think that's going to be bad. See, that goes back to that picture over there. See, that's the real
exactly.
me. Like, oh.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. Really lovely to have you on the show. Amanda King, everybody. Thank you, Amanda.
Thanks.
All right, Thanasis, are we okay to go, or am I running the show? We're okay. Okay, we're going to head all the way to New York City, and it's time for Sean Harkness.
Yay!
Oh no. Okay, we're going to do this a different way again. Thanasi, can you stop your screen share? Okay. Tell me if you can see this. We're trying it a different route. Sorry, everyone. I don't know what's going on technically, and I can't, I need to figure something out before we can go forward to make sure that we don't have that tinny sound.
Well, one thing I can say about Sean, having worked with him in New York, is, man, you give good play face. I've been watching some older videos when you were playing behind me, and it's like you were laughing at all of my jokes. You're like the best audience on stage. And like even when we couldn't hear tonight, it's like, man, you're like awesome. Thanks always, Sean.
I think I may have figured that out now. I'm sorry so much, Sean. I'm going to find you now, and we're going to chat. Are you there, Sean?
Hello.
Hi, really sorry about that. This is the...
Did I piss you off somewhere along the line? I mean,
yeah, it was
twice my guitar solo got chopped in the middle.
Well, everybody kept telling me to mute myself, so as soon as I muted myself, I muted you.
I understand. This is quite a production, all of this. Anyway, thank you for having me as part of your show here. This is really fun so far.
30 seconds here and there. I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to put your video out on Facebook anyway, but let's talk about you.
Well, that video is part of a kind of a series that I've been doing. I used to host a show here in New York. I started out at the Metropolitan Room, then moved over to Birdland Jazz Club, where I was doing. It was called Duos with Sean Harkness, because I love working with singers and other instrumentalists, especially in the duo format. You know, it's very immediate and intimate, and I think it's fun for people to watch as well. So in the pandemic here, my friend Jonathan Lee, who created Walden guitars and made all these beautiful instruments, we were trying to figure out ways of keeping the guitar company in people's minds, and to have some regular presence on the web, and for just stuff for me. So I said, let's put the two together and have me play in duets with other artists, for Walden Guitars artists. And that was Glenn Dickerson, you just heard me playing with. He's down in Nashville, beautiful guitar player. And he and I, in that one, we're actually playing the exact same guitar. So that piece kind of highlights how we're each different, by, kind of like a, what would you call it? When all the race cars are driving the exact same car, so it's a driver's race, So anyway, we had a lot of fun with it. I've been doing duets with folks from, Taiwan, Brazil, Italy, Ohio.
Not Ohio.
I know. A young lady from the Philippines who lives in Los Angeles. And I'm going to be doing something fairly soon with a guy right there in London named Tom Gamble, a great guitar player. And so keep an eye out for that. Yeah.
And you had a gig the other day with Karen Oberlin, didn't you?
We
did.
It was so lovely to stand next to her and get inside some songs again. It's just, what a weird situation. There we are, bundled up in coats with a space heater between us, wearing masks, standing on the sidewalk, playing outside like I did, 30 years ago when I first started, busking on the streets in Europe, But we had fun, and she's such a lovely singer.
She is. She's really terrific. And you play for so many cabaret singers in New York. It's amazing.
Well, I love it. It's what I love to do, to support somebody who's connecting with a lyric and an audience and putting it all together. And I like to support that and orchestrate. And, I can work with 10 different singers on the exact same song, and it'll be 10 different ways of approaching it. So it forces me to be creative and push my own musicality. So, yeah.
Well, I've always loved every show I've seen with you in it. So thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Huge apologies for that technical glitch, but I think I'm going to be able to share the screen for everybody else from now on. So let's keep our fingers crossed. But thank you, Sean. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Sean Harkness, he's much better than that video chopping in and out lets you know.
Sean is amazing.
He is amazing. All right. We're staying in New York City, and now we are going to welcome to the screen Marta Sanders. And I have to do this, so let me find this video and do this. Let's see.
Happy housewife. My husband, God bless him, he's divine. I go to sales at Bloomingdale's and shop until I'm blind. Yes, I shop until I'm blind. I have two perfect children. My love life is sweet, but now and then I feel the yen for something more obscene. Yes, something more obscene. It's just a little fantasy, and only in my mind. But I do get weak when I sneak a peek at a gorgeous guy's behind. faithful to my husband, so this cuts me like a knife. Because yesterday, a crosstown bus completely changed my life. I saw this. My shining knight, here was my hero. Uncle knows. He didn't know I was alive, but he put me in line. Uncle knows. He was a 10, I was a 0. He should have worn a silk robe, he was so Nickelodeon, and I was cheap wine. It was romantic and more than slightly risky. Then I got frantic. Come on, he could have been dead. He was virulent and mannish, and he might have been Spanish. And I, dressed in a rag, there I sat eating crullers with my hair up in rollers. I've seen better looking women in drag. I don't deserve you. I'm hot dog mustard, your great coupon. Hung on nuts, your caviar and camembert. I'm Hanes underwear. Hung on your centerfold, I'm just a coupon. I'm seeing two sons. Would you look at those buns? I'm losing my mind. So there I was, wondering what to do with my wedding ring, in case he should notice. When I felt his presence alongside me, my hunk was getting off the bus. He slumped off the bus and stepped into the rush hour traffic. Look out! Along came a truck. I shouted, oh, dear. You didn't duck. Oh, my darling. CashApp. You were torn apart before my very eyes. There were bits and pieces of you everywhere. Up until that moment, you were so, I don't know, so together. Now you reminded me of one of those old Beatles songs. Here, there, and everywhere. In fact, I found this chunk on the bus. To my delight, it was your best part. Hung on the bus, you left behind your family jewels in two little pools. Hung on the bus. Arrivederci, sayonara. My afternoon dwell, no part of me still. My bus riding friend, this isn't the end. Although you're deceased, I've still got my piece of my hunk on the bus. Excuse me, this is where I get off.
Woo! What's that? Woo!
Woo!
Something's playing. I don't know what that is.
My husband. God.
Oh, it's playing.
I go to sales at Bloomingdale's.
How is that happening?
I shop until I'm blind. Yes, I shop until I'm blind. I have two perfect children. My love life is surreal.
Cabaret. I mean,
There we go. This is not... Hello, everybody. Thanks for putting up with me for this. This is just unbelievable. All right, Marta, let's find you here. And let's have a conversation. I hope that showed up on the screen properly. Are you there, sweetheart?
I am. I'm right here.
Did we play that properly? Did it show up right?
Yes, it was fine. It was fine. Thank you.
Oh. Boy, stress. This is the first time in 9 months we've had this kind of problem. But anyway, there you go. So, Marta, the hunk on the bus.
Yeah, the hunk on the bus.
Is that like a an autobiographical story of some
It
sort?
was a special. It was written for me by Michael Greer, very very talented comic singer writer, and we were very close friends. Did a lot of work together, and he was in town because he lived in California, and it was based on a true story. A little bit dramatic at the end when he gets off the bus and gets hit. That was part of the song. But I had gone through this whole experience and I came back and I told him about it and we were laughing. He said, it sounds like a song. So I said, so write it. So he did. And it's been a signature piece for about 150 years. So that's been, it's been a lot of fun to do. Yeah,
It's
but it
a
was
great
based on a true
song.
story. Yeah, it was a great song. Well, Michael Greer wrote for Bette Midler, for all kinds of people, and he himself was brilliant comic, and we did work together on stage and as friends as well. So yeah, it was great.
Have you ever portrayed Martha Ray?
No, I haven't, but
You should. I mean, you
I
would
know
just
it's
be perfect.
right. I know it's the old smile. Yeah, yes, I've thought about but yeah.
It's the comedy, it's the demeanor, it's the smile, it's a bit of everything, but you would be perfect as a Martha Ray tribute show. I mean, that would just be fabulous.
Thank you.
Food for
Something to
thought.
think about. Something to
Food
think
for
about.
thought. So what else is going on in your world? You're
Well,
half of a show broad today. So last
yeah.
time you were on, you were part of the show broads, but I want to hear about Marta.
Well, I just finished I was part of the recording for 54 Below Sondheim Unplugged. And Philip Jeffrey Bond. And so anyway, I've done that show at 54 Below several times. So I recorded Everything's Coming Up Roses and I'm Still Here at a wonderful studio down in Greenwich Village. And I can't think of the name of it, but I can tell you how to get there. And the person who's recorded has gotten a lot of awards for his work with Sesame Street. And it was great. It was a very effortless, and we were all in separate rooms, but we could see each other. And he was incredibly, here I am talking about him. I should be able to tell you his name, and which is just stupid. And I apologize for that. I'm terrible with names. Terrible. I should have written it down. Stupid. So if you see it someday, it'll tell you. Just know that I was terribly impressed because being a belter, and particularly when what I'm recording are two big belt numbers, more often than not, recording wise, the engineer spends a lot of time trying to figure out how to record the voice. It's like recording somebody in opera, but getting that scope without it overwhelming. He was just on it. It was just 1, 2, 3. So it was a real pleasure. It was nice. It was nice to do anything. It was nice. Nice to talk to somebody. So that's what I've done. And the rest of it just, trying to stay away from people and trying to manage I have 2 daughters and a husband and whatever, blah, 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 blah. Just, like everybody wondering
Well, you're still here.
I am still here. Yes, I am.
Well, that's the good news.
I'm grateful that has become a signature piece as well. So that speaks volumes because that's not a song that just anybody gets to do, and to keep being asked to do it. It's a great song to sing, and it speaks to everybody. Whether you sing or not, it doesn't matter. Everybody's screaming, I'm still here. So I get to that point, I'm still here. Everybody go, yay! It's good. It's good to feel like a winner every once in a while.
And it's perfect for lockdown because we are all of us here are still here. And
we are.
That's self-preservation kicking in. Thank you for joining us, Marta. Really good to see you again. Thanks for glad to have you back.
Thanks so
much. We're going to jump across the ocean now, and we are going to welcome that international shopper. Her name is Miss Chamonix Aspen.
Glam times and sham times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Prada and champagne, sometimes just Primark and beer, but I'm here. I stuff my toes in my Jimmy Choos, dress like a lady to pay my dues. Seen all my gigs disappear, but I'm here. One day it's Zelle, next day the back of beyond, but I'm here. West End or East End, I'll be your favorite blonde, and I'm here. Dropped everything when Harold calls, 'cause it's crazy cops and I'm the girl with balls. COVID depression, did I get undressed? Yes, my dear. I nearly burst my bubble, and I'm here. I've been through Andy, Jeffrey, and Ghislaine's affair, and I'm here. Binged on my Netflix, watched every game show out there, and I'm here. I've hit the town in my evening gown, now it's 14 across and come on down. I miss all our bars and venues, LGBT queer. I've lived through Harvey Weinstein, hashtag we're here. We've gotten through Hancock and Christopher Whitty. Gee, that was fun and a half. When you've been through Hancock and Christopher Whitty, everything else is a laugh. I've been through lockdown, I've been through living in fear, and I'm here. Clapped for the nurses, without them who knows who'd be here, but I'm here. Updated daily by the party tool, every day there's another fool. They should have gone to an acting school, that seems clear. Nobody says they're sincere, so I'm here. Blue Sabre one day, next day it goes on to schmuck, and I'm here. Tier 3 on Monday, Tuesday I'm making a frock, and I'm here. First you're another fake eyelash, then international money trash. Is this career a career? Not this year. I almost bought some new tights, and I'm here. I've gotten through. Hey lady, aren't you Chamonix? Wow, what a looker you were. Oh, better yet, hey lady, aren't you Chamonix? Are you a him or a her? Prime times and sham times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Prada and champagne, sometimes just Primark beer, but I'm here. Thank you for zooming on your PC. I am yours truly, I am Chamonix. I got through all of this year, and I'm here. For you, I will always be there, and I'm out here. Look who's here. Chamonix here.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Yes, Miss Chamonix.
Hello?
I'm going to find you in just 1 second, my sweet. Okay, there you are.
Yeah.
If you speak, I'll see you.
Hello.
Hi. How are you, sweetheart? God, I haven't seen you in ages.
I know. I put some extra padding on for lockdown, just to make all the fat people feel at home, but I'm not really fat.
What have you been up to, my God?
Well,
you don't get to shop anymore. You don't get to do anything. What does Chamonix do?
I know, and it's very sad this week because Debenhams shut down, Topshop shut down. I don't know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to shop. I mean, I didn't go to those shops anyway. But
I thought you only did like YSL and Tiffany and all the rest.
Exactly, I do Bond Street, but anyway, you know, it's been challenging as it is for everybody. But as everybody, we all pretend that we're going to be super creative and write 100 lyrics and rehearse songs and do a load of videos, and then when it comes down to it, we don't do anything. But anyway.
Well, it's kind of hard to keep your motivation up at this time. It's really tough.
You're right. It is hard to keep the motivation up. But I have moved house.
I've done something productive. I've moved house. I'm in my new house at the moment. We've moved home. We're in a nice 1930s semi in the suburbs.
With gold sparkle curtains.
Yeah, well, they didn't come with the house, but I put them up. But yeah, so we've got more space. So Chamonix can spread out. I've got more wardrobe space, which is always useful. So I've been busy doing decorating and painting and stuff. And I've got a few gigs coming up.
What's that? I was just going to ask you. So what have you got coming up?
So I've got a few birthday events coming up. I've got a few kind of pub events. I did a pub event back after the first lockdown. They opened the pub again and did a cabaret night. That's the Northcote Arms in Leighton, which is a fabulous venue. But it's also dicey. You know, you're coming up towards the date and then you get the email, I'm afraid we can't go ahead with it because of the guidelines, and we don't want anybody to come near you, and we don't want you to go near them, and all this sort of stuff. So it's kind of weird, but still, I think it's amazing, Harold, that you're doing this. And I want to say thank you very much for asking me to be part of this. I think it's amazing that we're all able to be creative and put something together. And if it wasn't for you, I think I'd just be eating a pasty sitting on the sofa again tonight. So, you know, thank you very much.
Well, it's my pleasure. I can't believe it. You haven't been on yet. So I felt really bad about that. And, you know, you're a regular.
I know, I have. It's so great when you've got an audience, isn't it? And you can react with people. But still.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, and this is about as close as we can get. I like the Zoom platform for that, because when the song is over, if you unmute everyone and they clap, you just get a slight sense that you're around people that are appreciating what you're doing.
Definitely.
It's tough. It's tough to navigate your way. You know, I didn't have a vision of having an online show.
I thought it was difficult to do that song after Marta said that she made it a signature song for herself. And I thought, oh my goodness, now I've got to do I'm Still Here. But anyway, Marta, you look fabulous. You look fabulous.
She's on mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah, everybody's on mute.
She just gave me the finger. She just gave me the finger. I'm not sure. Did you just give me the finger, Marta?
Yeah. Yes, she did. She obviously knows you.
Thumbs up. Cheers, Marta. Thumbs up.
It's a thumb she was sticking up. It's her thumb. It's her thumb, sweetheart.
Okay, right, fine.
Anyway, I'm so glad you joined us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for still being here. Thanks for always writing fun lyrics to your songs. And thanks for being Chamonix. We love you.
We love you, Harold. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chamonix. Mwah.
Mwah.
Okay, now we're going to make our way to Brussels with Laurent Dumont and his trio VO.
Sans souci, sans problème. Oui, la belle vie, on est seul, on est libre, et l'on traîne. On s'amuse à passer sans peur du lendemain. Des nuits blanches qui se pendent sur les petits matins. Oh, la belle vie. Mais la belle vie, sans amour, sans souci, sans problème. Oui, la belle vie, on s'enlace, on est triste et l'on traîne. Alors pense que je t'aime, et quand tu l'auras compris, réveille-toi, je serai là pour toi.
Put her on the list.
Yeah.
All right, Laurent, I'm going to find you here. If you can unmute yourself.
I'm on.
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you? How is life in Brussels?
Terrible.
Terrible, but you're sending the vaccine to us. That's so kind of you.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, it's coming from Belgium.
Yeah. They will be made in Belgium. Okay.
Yeah, so we're starting next week. It's kind of crazy that we are and you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys in full lockdown now?
Yeah, it's starting to reopen a little bit, little by little. The kids go to school now, so but still nowhere for the artists. It's just a terrible year. But well,
Have you had any gigs at all over the summer? Anything happen for you?
I had one. I had one this whole year. I think I have a gig on February 25th, something like that. So well, it's going to be just a whole year without playing.
But you've recorded videos and things. It's not live playing, but you've done some work. I've seen it.
I did. I did two for your show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, I keep working. I keep writing and playing, practicing my instrument. You know, I keep being productive.
Yeah. And the kids you said are in school, so you're not tied down with them at home all day, right?
Exactly, but they go one every other day. So okay, they're a lot at home, but they're nice. They're nice.
Yeah, they're great kids.
They say hello, and Noemi too. She sent me a text message and saying.
Is she working from home, Noemi?
Yeah, she's working from home too. Yeah.
Well,
writing
everybody gets closer and closer at this time. It's make or break for relationships. Anyway, well, it's really good to have you. That song was just beautiful. It was the lovely, beautiful lyrical. Your voice is really just gorgeous, and that song just suits it perfectly. And you play the sax pretty well too.
I do.
I do. Thank you, Laurent.
Thanks
so much for joining us. It was good to see you, and lots of love to all of you. And I hope I'll see you in person soon.
I hope so.
All right. Take care. Thanks for being here. Thank you. That's Laurent Dumont. All right. Let's see who's next. Oh, we're heading back to New York City with Regina Zona.
Life is what you do when you're waiting to die. Life is how the time goes by. Life is where you wait while you're waiting to leave. Life is where you grin hungry for the pilaf in someone else's pot, but that's the only choice you've got. I wanna laugh all of my laughter. I wanna cry all of my tears. I wanna turn on the lights and see all of the sights and hear all of the music before it disappears. I wanna sing all of my love songs. I wanna drink all of my wine. I wanna ride on a skylark and fly a giraffe. This life is my lark and I won't take half. I wanna laugh all of my laughter before I go. I wanna chase all of my rainbows and spread my wings and take the sky. I wanna burst my cocoon, 'cause the time's coming soon when this dull caterpillar becomes a butterfly. I wanna light all of my fireworks and see my sparks and feel my glow, 'cause there's just one life that's mine. What comes next, I don't know. I've got confetti, I'm ready to go. They only gave me one ticket to God's magic show, and I want to sit in the very first row. I want to laugh all of my laughter before I go.
Oh my gosh.
That was wonderful, Regina. I'm going to find you here and we're going to chat. There we go.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Hi, sweetheart. So really nice to meet you. Finally, I feel like I know you, but I don't know you, but nice to meet you.
Thank you so much, and I'm so honored to have been asked to be a part of this. So thank you so much.
I'm honored you said yes, so everybody's happy.
Yes, absolutely.
That was such a wonderful arrangement. Who did it for you?
Yeah, so that arrangement was done by my pianist there. My pianist was Jonathan Parks. He was my music director for my debut cabaret that I did last year. And we made a series of videos. I made a series of videos this past summer, 16 in fact, 16 videos this past summer for a big project that I did to raise money for 3 arts organizations who were really hit by the pandemic. And so I did all of these collaborative videos with wonderful musicians and that I have worked with in the past. And when I was talking to Jonathan about what we should do, we were thinking, you know, we need to do something topical. And so I thought that the combination of those 2 songs in particular and just an opportunity to drink wine while I was singing was definitely a way to actually honor sort of the hell that we've all been going through.
Well, you did a beautiful job of it, really beautiful. So tell me, what do you do? What is your day job? You web design, and are you a therapist of some sort?
Well, My students might say that I'm a therapist. Yes.
Okay, so I don't know what you do. Tell me what you do.
93 million. You're not sure? Well, I don't like that answer.
Great, somebody's making lots of noise. Let me find them and.
Are we approximately 93 million miles from the sun?
Hold on, I'm muting everybody so that I can unmute you again. Okay.
A fun fact. 93 million miles from the sun. So I have several jobs, but my main day job is that I am a voice and piano teacher and a dramatic coach. And so actually, you know, being a therapist is actually not quite far off, especially with my darling students who have been just rock stars at trying to deal with continuing to sing and make music in the internet ether, and have been doing a phenomenal job. So that's what I do with them. And I also have a web design business, you know, anything to make money. Look, I'll you know, if they pay me, I'll most likely do it. So
most likely. I like the fact that you qualify it.
Well, you know, you have to have a qualifier these days.
And you've got, speaking of qualifications, you've got a live stream coming up on the 11th, right?
I do. So my debut cabaret was a year ago, coming up next week. And one of the things one of the reasons that I created that cabaret was because it was my 50th birthday. And so I figured that I would commemorate this year, and that I survived a year past it, I guess, maybe. So on December 11th, which is actually my real birthday, I am going to be doing a birthday Christmas live stream, which is I'm going to sing some tunes and play some tunes, and I'm going to do a Christmas Carol sing-along, and I also have some special guests from Broadway. I have Roosevelt Credit, who was in the most recent revival of Showboat on Broadway, David Sabella, who was the original Mary Sunshine in the revival of Chicago on Broadway, and then of course Melissa Errico, who is just a wonderful Broadway star that is doing everything. So they're going to come on and we're going to chat a little Christmas chat, and they're going to sing a little Christmas tunes, and it's going to be fun. So it's December 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's on my YouTube channel, my Facebook, and my fan page Facebook, and wherever you can find me.
Wonderful. Well, that sounds great. Thank you so much for joining us, Regina. I'm going to say Regina. I'm sorry. Regina, you're going to kill me. I could never have asked the question in the first place. Now I'm just confused. Anyway, I love your voice. I love your spirit. Thank you for joining us. You really, it's been fun to have you on the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Harold.
Regina Zona, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Okay, let's see before we move on to the next singer, this is my opportunity again to just say these shows are free for everybody so that no one is excluded. But if you can afford it, it would be great if you would be willing to donate a minimum of £3.50 or $5 for each show you watch to help offset the costs. All right, now, speaking of birthdays, it's another birthday coming up soon. It's Stephen Miller in New York.
And now, my mesdames and messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, HaroldSanditen's Open Mic Club is so happy to welcome back an old friend. I give you the toast of Mayfair, Fräulein Mama Rose!
What good is sitting alone in your room?
come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. Goods permitting, some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. I used to have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, and as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a
Bravo! Bravo!
Thank you.
Let me find you here, Stephen. And can you? What's going on? Can you unmute? There we go.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Harold.
Hey, how are you?
Fabulous, and you?
You've moved. You're in your new digs now?
Yes, we are. And now I've got a whole studio to perform in.
With its own Christmas tree and everything.
Absolutely. Have to, keep up with, current events.
And it looks like you've got a menorah and some orchids.
Oh, yes. Well, all included.
Everything. It's a typical New York situation.
Absolutely.
We've got the Hanukkah bush, we call it. It's an upside down Christmas tree. It's really cool.
Yes.
So so many things going on. You have a birthday coming up and you're going to be 29 again, right?
I am going to be 29 again on December 6th, this coming Sunday. It's going to be so exciting, and I'm just so glad to be here.
How many times are you 29 now?
Oh, I think this is number 8.
All right, so we got the real age. That's good. Well, you're getting up there. How old were you when I met you? I'm trying to figure that out.
What was that, 10 years ago? At least?
It's longer than that. No, it's much longer than that.
Longer?
It's when I was in New York producing Unsuspecting Susan.
With Celia Imrie.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that was 2006. That's 14
My
years.
goodness, it has been a while.
So we've known each other a long time there. And you're getting married, yeah?
I am getting married to my fabulous fiance, Brian. It's so exciting.
He had a cameo. Congratulations. It's wonderful.
Yes, and I also want to thank Brianna Wanless, who was also making a cameo, as well as Brian, and two-time Emmy Award winner who assisted it on this, Scott Gratchoff. So it was a fabulous experience, even though we had to be apart.
Well, it was really wonderful. And you've got you've got the Mama Rose show. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but you're hosting another new talk show next year, right?
Yes, I am teaming up with TV and film star Bonnie Rose, and we are going to be having a little chat show with all of today's biggest names in the industry, and it's going to be so much fun. It's called Talkin' with the Roses. It's going to be fabulous.
Talking with the Roses. Excuse me, you're making me laugh and I've got a cough. Is it going to be virtual or is it going to be in a studio, or how are you doing it?
No, we're doing it virtually for now. Safety first is the big thing. And, we're not sure where the world's going, but we're hoping forward and up to get out of what we're in. But, once we can get out there, who knows, we could be in a studio. So we're starting virtually and working our way there. But it's just going to be so much fun.
And you're doing that next year. When's it start?
We are looking at a February start, beginning of February.
Wonderful. And you said you're writing a new cabaret show, Little Orphan Steva.
I am. It is all about my life and upbringing from being abandoned at 4 weeks and being adopted and growing up, all the trials and tribulations. And it's set to some of our favorite cabaret music. And it's going to be just a lot of fun. And we have begun filming bits and pieces here and there. And we're going to put it all together and release it to all the fabulous people out there.
Wonderful. Well, Stephen, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'm really happy that you're on the show again, and I'm really happy you've got a beautiful apartment, you've got a beautiful fiance. Sounds like, and you've got shows coming up. It sounds like everything's going your way.
Oh, everything's coming up roses.
Rose. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
you, Brian, for the cameo appearance. That was cute.
Oh yes, quick cameo.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Leanne. I love you. Miss you.
Lovely to see you both. Thanks for joining us. Lots of love to you both.
Love you. Thank you. It's such an honor to join you, and look forward to our next.
Me too. Thanks, Stephen. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, we're going to make our way to Los Angeles now and welcome Michelle Browerman to the screen.
You can sit in your chair, you can bitch and moan about the teeny tiny letters on your new iPhone. You'd rather take a nap than face the world and its stunts. Wake up, darling, you're only old once. You can long for the days of your golden youth, when you were lithe of limb and short in the tooth. You were firm, you were free, and you were also a dunce. Times have changed, and you're only old once. Remember hungry nights in noisy bars with all those horny singles, all the things you could catch from your perfect match. There's no cure for lust, but there's a shot for shingles. Once you quit fussing about the shape you're in, choose round and happy over bitchy and thin. You can eat all the cake you want, even the buns. Grab a fork, Tootsie, you're only old once. Think of how you felt when your hormones kicked in and your brain went to Disneyland fast. Well, when your hormones kick out, you can hear yourself shout, "Great God Almighty, I am free at last." When you look in the mirror, remember to say, you'll never be younger than you are today. Besides, think of all the crap that youth confronts, and be grateful you're old, but you're only old once. You can tell the truth, let your roots grow out, let every day amaze. You can be who you are, set your own style, honey. These are the good old days. You can't outrun it, though I know you've tried. Life is short, so honey, make it wide and count all the blessings, forget the affronts. They're a waste of precious time, and you're only old once. There's no rehearsal, don't be timid, don't be cool. Now's the time, you gotta be a fool, so learn to love it, kiddo. You're only old once. Oh,
Not sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Brava. Brava.
Brava, Michelle,
Thank you.
brava.
Thank you. Thank you. I wrote that song with Amanda McBroom.
Hold on one sec. I'm going to mute everybody and get you. You need to unmute yourself, though, sweetie. There we go.
Hey.
Oh, you wrote that song with Amanda McBroom.
Yeah, I had the concept for it. It came from my old piano teacher. When I was a little girl, I was like 6, and he would say to me, "You know, kiddo, we grow too soon old and too late smart." And I thought, now that I am older, I thought, well, I know there's a song in there. And I called Amanda, and I had the title and said, I don't know how to write it. So she came up with all those fabulous and clean unce rhymes, which is not an easy thing to do.
That's really a great song, too. Thank you so much.
I think there's so much truth in it.
Yeah, including the shot for shingles.
And the shot for shingles. and really the fact you're only anything once. You get each day once. And during this time, it's interesting how it's making us all think, right? It's just making us think. It's making us aware. It's an interesting wake up.
Yeah, it is. And a quick one. Unfortunately, it wasn't like we had a long time to ease into it.
No, but it's going on for a long time, so we can just stay awake now for how many months?
Well, it's been 9 so far, but God knows how long it's going to be before they inoculate the world.
No, but I want to come back to London. God, I miss being in London.
And we want you to come back here, too. We would love to see you. We love having you here.
I love being there.
But I'm glad you're here this way. So what else is going on in your world? What else are you up to?
For the months I was working on, Amanda and I write songs for animated features for children. So we were working on Curious George 5, and now we're working on Curious George 6 for Universal, which is just, that's a joy. It's a gift and a joy. And it's interesting how the technology, as much as like Zoom is sort of like it's also just been such a gift because it's enabled me to do remote recording, continue all my production work. Amanda and I are writing remotely. We've been teaching a class, a master class in songwriting with Linda Moranti.
and Il Chiostro, and that's I've never done that before. And the thing that's so fantastic about this technology is we can be working with people all over the world, anywhere, which is brilliant. It's
To me, that's one of the silver linings of the pandemic, and it's something that I'm happy with this show because, it was based in the Crazy Cox, the room behind me here. But now that it's based nowhere, you can be on the show while you're in LA, and Monica can be in her flat, and Leanne can be in San Francisco, and Liza can be in Pimlico, and Bobby can be on the east side of New York, and we're all here together enjoying each other's company and enjoying each other's music. So, you do have to find those silver linings during this time. There aren't many of them, but
I mean, I'm just going to speak for myself. I'm basically an introvert. So if somebody says to me, you're going to have to stay home, I'm going, okay, good. I'm here in my workspace. I can be writing. I can be playing. I can be in my garden. There are gifts in it. And I've had more time with my husband, which, that could have gone either way. But as it turns out, it's been an extraordinary time for us of closeness, and we have enough room where we live that we can also retreat to our separate caves. So
you're lucky too. Imagine the people who are thrown together in a small one-bedroom apartment for 9 months.
And living in New York or London, like when we live in a city like that, we're there because of everything you can do outside of where you live. If somebody says you can't do any of the things outside of your studio apartment, I mean, it's like it
would be awful. Well, we're lucky. We have quite a bit of space in a garden here too, and we're very close to the park. And we both worked from home before all of this, so it was not much of a change of our lifestyle. We weren't going out to the office. We were always in our own separate offices, and then we would do whatever we do together during the day.
What do you miss the most, Harold?
I think people. I mean, I haven't seen anybody, literally nobody except people on the street since March. Jules Hamilton was in the neighborhood and came and had a cup of tea in the garden. And we had one friend for dinner because he was moving back to Greece. And we also ate in the garden. But past that, I've seen in person no one.
Right.
Like my friends, I see everybody here and I don't feel lonely for missing seeing them. But I mean, I just, I miss people. I miss hugs. I miss closeness. I miss live performances.
Yeah, I do too.
But we've all had to figure our way through the weirdness of this time, and you've been very, very prolific in what you're doing, which is great,
Right. Well, you know what I also started doing, and we're all trying to take advantage of this availability of this screen. So I started releasing songs of mine that most people have never heard. I just decided every 2 weeks, I call it Eine kleine trunk music, which I stole from Curtains. But we all, if you're a songwriter, you have trunk songs, and some of them, it's fine. They can stay in the trunk. It's okay. But some of them, I think, well, they ought to be heard. So I've been putting those out on Facebook and on my YouTube channel, and just trying to find ways of giving life to, what is it? Catalog management. Just giving these things a chance to be heard. And since there's so many singers in the room right now, you all, if you check them out and you want to sing any of them, the lead sheets are on my website, and you can contact me and say, oh, I would like to sing You're Only Old Once. And I'll,
You'll say it's yours.
I'll say, yeah, please do it.
Thank you for joining us. I thank you so much for being here. You're really a breath of fresh air. I like your energy and your style. And I love that lunch we had, that one lunch on the rooftop of that hotel. What was the name of that hotel?
Oh, gosh. Was that at the Sanctum?
Yeah, the Sanctum. That was it. Yeah.
That place was kinky. I loved that place. You should have seen the bedrooms. The bedrooms were done in
You took me to your bedroom.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
My husband heard that.
Oh.
Cool. Anyway, I look forward to another lunch in London or in LA or wherever we meet up. And thank you for being here with us. It's great to have you.
So much. I'm going to duck out because I have a yoga class on Zoom.
Okay, you go do that. Michelle Browerman, everyone.
Thank you, Harold.
Lots of love. Bye for now.
Bye.
And now I'm excited to be, we're going to get a sneak peek of a CD, of a single that's going to be released tomorrow. It's called Last Christmas, and this is Alexander Stewart.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. A crowded room, friends with tired eyes, hiding from you and your soul of eyes. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on, a face on a lover with a fire in his heart, a man undercover, but you tore me apart. Now I found a real love, you'll never fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. You gave me away. I'll give it to someone special. A face on a lover with a fire in his heart, a man undercover, but you tore me apart. I'll give it to someone special. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. I'll give it to someone special.
Done.
Just beautiful, Alex.
Thank you very much.
Let me find you here. Okay.
Hey, Harold.
Hi there. Oh my God, Father Christmas! I love your hat.
I hate
and your
Christmas.
tree.
I hate Christmas. Can you tell?
Yeah, it looks like you. It looks like you hate it. Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
put you on the too
lovely
hot.
CD. I'm glad you got it released. That's really great.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me back on here as well.
Well,
And
once I saw that you were releasing the song, I figured you got to come on. So,
and thank you for premiering the video as well.
Oh, was it premiered here? That's
Yeah,
great.
it was. Yeah.
Wow, that's another feather in our cap. So, what's it like in Manchester now? You're in tier 3 there, yeah?
We're back in tier 3 once again. Yeah, it's just this. You all know what this year's been like. Obviously, we've gone from having complete lockdown to a little period, a very brief period of kind of a bit more relaxed rules of what you can and can't do, to then going back into tier 3, which is basically you can't open any restaurants, any bars, any places that a lot of musicians like me singing. Then we had a month of lockdown, which was absolute nothing, and now we're back in tier 3. And Christmas is obviously, as you guys all know, it's the busiest period of year, and you're once again resigned to which the platforms like this is lovely. Don't get me wrong, Harold, you're doing such an amazing job, and obviously this is a massive credit to you that you're doing this and you're letting people like me sing somewhere, because there is nowhere else for me to perform here, at least at the minute.
Well,
So
I appreciate you
it's a
saying that,
real,
but that's why it's here.
yeah.
That's why this show is here, for this reason, for that reason. So I'm glad we've had you here. Are you
No, but
still?
thank you. You thank you for having me. This, to be honest, like I feel like I've been more productive in lockdown for things like this. I've sang songs I would never sing, for one. I saw other performers on your show that I would never have heard before. So you've given the platform for people to do that, which is wonderful. But in the same respect, obviously, like you have to adapt and you have to try and do things. So as you already know, I've set up a new business. That was something I did before this whole retrain scheme. Making furniture pieces. I made a desk for myself. I know people who have watched the show before will already know that, but I made a desk for myself to do some music production, and then started a business making furniture for work from home desks and pieces and stuff like coffee tables. You can't see it right now. I won't plug it that much. But then it's still trying to keep on top of the music and keep yourself sort of busy. Like the single that was released tomorrow, like you said, Last Christmas, a little shameless plug. You probably can't see it on the iPad, but this comes out tomorrow on, probably blurred, on Spotify, iTunes, all the download streaming sites. You can get that tomorrow, or from midnight tonight, should I say. But it's quite cool, really. So the NHS, at the start of lockdown, I did what a lot of people did and shaved their heads. But I did it as a donation to the NHS here in the Northwest. And they picked up on that, and they've asked for the single to be used as part of the North Care Charities Christmas campaign. So they're going to use Last Christmas alongside messages from the public to say thank you to the NHS workers here in the Northwest, which is amazing. And the LGBT Foundation, who are based in Manchester as well, have also asked for the video to be part of their LGBT Foundation Festive Fabulosa, which is a Christmas festive, basically it's this community event that basically looks at how the year's affected the LGBT community, and it's with allies from all walks of life, bringing them together and basically looking at the impact of COVID, how they can reduce isolation and make this whole period a bit more normal, I suppose. And that goes out on December 10th on the LGBT Foundation's YouTube channel. So there's been a great response already to a song that's not even out yet. And you've premiered the video. So
That's congratulations, really. Congratulations to you on that. That's really, really wonderful. And it's so nice you're doing that for the NHS too. It's really terrific.
On
Well,
the you've sort of inspired me as well, because I mean, I feel free to tell me I'm teaching you all to suck eggs, but for the Christmas period, because there is nowhere for me to perform, I'm starting doing live online Zoom sessions. So you could have an office party, a Christmas party, a family party, and you'll get like an hour slot. I'll perform for you at your party, and you'd get you know, obviously that's a way of actually facilitating a gig for somebody.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Yeah.
That's where you plug in the chat. In the chat. Really? Well, I'm glad that you're doing all of that. How's your lovely mom?
She's great. She's watching. Hello, Mom.
Hi, Janet.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
Merry
I'll get to see her. I'll get to see her eventually.
Where does she live? Does she live near you?
We're in Manchester. We're all in Manchester. So my brother, well, my sister's on the way towards Liverpool. My brother just lives.
Have you seen your
not
mom at
far.
all? I mean,
And we can't. I mean, I managed to see her outdoors in a bar, but then you can't go around. You can't see each other. You can't. Yeah. Basically, somebody put on Instagram something like you can get your back waxed by a stranger, but you can't go and hug your mom. So
you can get other parts of your body waxed too by the same
well,
stranger.
I mean, I did have a little bit of creative license. I didn't want to say what it actually said.
Yeah, I think it starts with a CR.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
guessing.
Christmas, Harold. It's Christmas.
Yeah,
Stop
you
it.
can get your Christmas waxed, but you can't
Yeah.
hug your mother. Yeah. Well, listen, thank you for premiering the video here. Thank you for letting us premiere it. And I'm so proud of you to get it launched and get it done. You know, that alone is something difficult to do during all this time, particularly when you're trying to make money with your woodwork and all the rest of the stuff that's going on. So,
I mean, he's one of my absolute idols. So to cover something like that with a beautiful arrangement, Hugh White wrote the string arrangement and Jamie Safirs on piano. So they're two really great
Jamie.
musicians.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'll
So
have
it's
to tell
lovely
him
to
how
have them
much I
on
like
board.
it.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I will. Thank you, Alex. Really great to see you. Thanks
Thank
for
you, Harold.
joining us. Alex,
Merry Christmas.
Alex Stewart, everybody. All right, before I bring on the next, the last song is next, but I'm going to chat with Leanne before the song. But before I do that, I just want to thank everybody who has performed so far for being here. Thank you so much. And for the audiences for being here as well. I want to thank the Nazis for running the show with the technical issues. So I know how stressful that must have been for him. It was pretty stressful for me. So thank you for doing that. Michael has a gig tonight, so lucky him. He's off working. And after this last song, if everybody wants to stay around, we'll just have a little chat. I'll stop the streams and I'll stop the recording, and we'll just all catch up and talk to each other. So stick around. And now, Leanne, I've got to find you here. All right, let's chat with Leanne Borghese. Hi, sweetheart.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I love your fascinator. Now I know what to call it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what's going on in your world? You're in San Francisco, right?
I am in San Francisco. I fled New York right after Marta and I did show broads for your big birthday bash at Birdland and came to San Francisco and I've been here since. So yeah.
And
Happy to be here, but I miss New York and this is a tidbit of our life that we get to share today. So this is nice. Thank you.
well, you're so welcome. And so how has life been for you all those months in San Francisco? I know you're making videos right, left, and center. You've been very prolific with all of that, and they're always incredibly creative.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been collaborating with friends. Marta and I, we trudged through the technical world together in the beginning. And it's nice to have some time to do other things. I didn't realize how much of my life I focused just on art. So it's perspective to step back a little bit and do some other things that I also enjoy. So.
And what have those been?
I am getting my certification in coactive coaching. So that's a new journey to be able to connect my artistic passion with advocating a passionate life for other people with other people. So that's something good to come out of quarantine, a new skill, and then just be able to keep growing during this time.
Well, that's really great, and I'm really glad you joined us. I'm sorry that we never met when I was in San Francisco. I asked you to sing a duet with me. Do you remember?
I do. Was that
and then we never met, but now we finally have, and I'm so delighted. I love your voice. I love your smile. I love your sense of songs. It's just great.
Thank you.
I think, didn't we hang out in Marylebone with Irv? I mean, I remember Leanne and...
Oh, we had this conversation before. Oh my God, now it's even double embarrassing.
Yeah. David Kent had his show and Irv came. It was the last year of Irv's life, wasn't it, Sharon? It was like last.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle was there too. Wait, was it
Yeah,
Michelle?
well, I remember Michelle. That's where I met Michelle. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why I
Wait,
feel like a total boob now.
where's her
Anyway, we love your singing, so let's hear it. She's going to join us on the screen now, Leanne Borghese.
Thanks, Harold. Thank you, everyone.
People are queer, they're always crowing, scrambling and rushing about. Why don't they stop someday, address themselves this way? Why are we here and where are we going? It's time that we found out. We're not here to stay. We're on a short holiday. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. It's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go, go, go. So keep repeating, it's the berries. The strongest oak must fall. The sweet things in life, to you were just a loan. So how can you lose what you've never owned? Life is just a bowl of cherries, so live and laugh at it all. Well, he ain't the Pitts, that's Russell Deason at the piano. The sweet things in life, to you were just loaned. So how can you lose what you've never owned? Life is just a bowl of cherries, so live and laugh at it all. Keep repeating, it's the berries, you know the strongest oak must fall. The sweet things in life, to you were just loaned. So how can you lose what you've never owned? Life is just a bowl of cherries, so live it, love it. Wiggle your ears and think nothing of it. Can't do without it, there's no two ways about it. You live and you laugh at it all. Laugh at it
You know, my piano player, Russell.
Woo! Huge thanks to everyone. Thank you so much. Stay around. And we shall just have